Welcome to the latest episode of the B Movie Club. I'm your host Kevin, and this week we're going to be doing the 2000 horror classic Leprechaun in the Hood, starring Warwick Davis and Ice-T, with a little cameo from Coolio. I mean real little. If you blink you'll miss it. He doesn't say anything, but it's hard to miss with his crazy like antenna hair. It's Coolio. For those of you guys joining us for the first time, the B Movie Club is a place where I'll post on Facebook or on Twitter what movie we're going to be doing. And you can send me your questions, comments, favorite scenes, and we'll talk about it on the show. As subscriber Melissa said when I first posted this on Facebook, she's like, "What the H? What's this movie about?" That's pretty much the reaction I get. For those of you guys who have not subscribed yet, please go to the B Movie Club page on YouTube and click the subscribe button, and you'll get notifications whenever I post things on there. You'll also be able to post comments or questions there. So there you go. You can also like my page on Facebook, the B Movie Club page. You'll see my smiling face on there. So you have that going for you. And also Twitter, you can reach me at KD9575. Totally unrelated to all this, the Zombie Fans, October 20th in Temecula. There's going to be a run for your life. It's a 5K obstacle race where you can run and you have these flags around your waists and zombies will chase you. Needless to say, I'm in. If you're in as well, go on to www.runforyourlives.com and get more information. Hope to see you there. Leprechaun in the Hood, also known as Leprechaun 5 in the Hood. Yes, they've made 5, and actually they've made more than 5 because there's been sequels since then. Essentially what's happening is our old friend the Leprechaun was found in a room in an abandoned building in Compton, sealed behind a brick wall in the 70s, late 70s, by our villain Ice-T, who goes by the name Mac Daddy Onassis, and his buddy. The Leprechaun had been turned to stone because of this amulet that was around his statue neck. So when the bad guys were stealing his gold, they also grabbed the gold necklace. Not a good move. They temporarily released the Leprechaun, but by sheer luck were able to accidentally put the necklace back on him and turn him back into stone. Fast forward to the year 2000. At this point, Ice-T is a big-time gangster and a rap record executive, mogul. And he has like the little leprechaun, like his statue in his office. In the 70s, him and his buddy also found this golden flute that the Leprechaun had with his valuables. And Ice-T's been keeping it with him. I don't know if it's like a good luck charm or the source of his powers. Later, we fast forward to a young couple of guys that live in Compton. They're aspiring rappers, but they're down on their luck, don't have enough money. The main rapper goes by the name Postmaster P. The P stands for positivity, and he's the postmaster because he delivers the positivity in his message. Needless to say, when he goes to visit Ice-T, Ice-T wants him to change his rap message to be less positive and be more negative, objectifying women and glorifying violence, those sorts of things. Postmaster P is not so sure about that. His buddies are all kind of like, well, we need to get in good with Mac Daddy Onassis, because otherwise we don't have the money to get our record made. There's some kind of rap contest in Vegas that they're trying to get to. It's a very interesting plot. Again, Mac Daddy kicks him out of his office. They decide they're going to rob Mac Daddy to get his gold and jewels. Then they'll buy their recording equipment and be able to make the rap contest in Vegas. So they go there, get the gold, of course, steal the necklace off the statues around the leprechaun's neck. He comes back to life. Ice-T's there shooting at him. Hilarity ensues. So there you go. I don't want to spoil everything that happens. If you haven't seen it, it is still streaming instantly on Netflix. Check it out. How do they get out of this? Two worlds collide. The Legend of the Leprechaun with Boys in the Hood. I'd like to say the best of both worlds, but yeah, that would be untrue. For those of you guys unfamiliar with the Leprechaun franchise, it actually started in 1993 with the movie Leprechaun, starring Jennifer Aniston in one of her first movie roles. Sadly, she does not come back for Leprechaun 5 in the Hood. So, if you want to see her, you have to go back and watch the first one. In the movies, they basically show the leprechaun's weaknesses. Evidently, four-leaf clovers are deadly to the leprechaun. I had no idea. If you put out shoes, he has to he has to polish them for you. So there you go. Something to be concerned about. I guess they would throw shoes at him and he'd have to stop and polish them while they try to run away. I don't know. I didn't write this. Maybe that's the real leprechaun legend. Maybe it isn't. If push comes to shove, just put the magic necklace around his neck and he'll turn to stone. I don't know. In this movie, Leprechaun in the Hood, he's able to hypnotize fly girls to be his like zombie servants. So they walk around and grab people and they have glowing green eyes and stuff. There's also the magic flute where if you blow on it, I don't know, it also turns people into zombies. It's all very serious. If you have not seen it, check it out. It's good for a few laughs, just a few. Ice-T, I don't know what's going on. He's just, hey, I'm in. Where do I sign? I need a job. Warwick Davis, who plays the Leprechaun. Little you may know, he played Wicket, who was the main Ewok in Return of the Jedi. So there you go. Didn't say much. He was actually only like 15 when he did that. So there you go. A few years later, he was Willow. Willow! Willow! I have added Willow to my Netflix queue, so look for that in the future. So there you go. And of course, he played all the leprechauns. He did not, however, play in the movie Troll. If you saw that, he was not the troll. There's been some confusion. He only plays one mythical creature at a time, evidently. So there you go. Like I said, they made a sequel to this movie a few years later called Leprechaun 35 Back to the Hood. So evidently it was a big hit. So there you go. There were a lot of funny lines in the movie because for some reason Leprechaun always talks in rhymes with his little crazy voice. And one of them, at one point he literally turns to the camera and says, "A friend with weed is a friend indeed," which is good advice for all of us, I think. Sadly, it was only 40% rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. Very upsetting. Again, it's good for a few laughs. I remember watching this about 10 years ago with my nephew. We were rolling around because who would have thought? Let's put Leprechaun in the Hood. Although a few years later they did like the Leprechaun in space, so you have that going for you. Anyway, it is still streaming instantly on Netflix. Check it out. Next week, I'll be doing the action classic, The Crow, starring Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's child, in his final role. Very sad. So check that out. That is also streaming instantly. As you know, you can send in your questions, comments, favorite movies, movie ideas to my B Movie Club page on Facebook, my B Movie Club page on YouTube. You can also reach me on Twitter at KD9575. If you have not yet subscribed or liked those pages, please do so and tell a friend. Every week I end with a totally out of context quote, and here it is. You want a warranty? You're lucky there isn't a warrant out for your arrest. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Check out The Crow and send in your questions and comments. And be well.